We begin this half hour with sweeping school policy changes out of Richmond. School policies for transgender students could change across the state as Governor Glenn Youngkin leads an effort to overhaul state standards.
The new policy released Friday says parents must approve in-school counseling services on gender as well as pronoun and name changes in writing. Teachers can't be forced to use a student's preferred pronouns if that violates their constitutional rights. They also cannot be told to hide important information about a student's gender from parents. One Richmond law professor says this updated policy doesn't change much for trans students.
This order specifically recognizes that they have rights under federal law, and it does not attempt to change any of those rights under federal law, nor could it even do so if it wanted to.
After a public comment period, Governor Youngkin's policy says school districts will have to adopt standards consistent with their changes. Now, live with us this midday to talk more about these changes is Narissa Rahman, Executive Director of Equality Virginia. Thanks for joining us, Narissa.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
So first off, you just heard from a UVA professor, Jack Priest, saying this policy shift does not change much for transgender students. What is your reaction to that?
I mean, our reaction is that it does change a lot for transgender and non-binary students in Virginia. The policies put forth by the governor late on Friday will have devastating impacts on their mental health and their overall well-being and their ability to participate in schools. Some of the guidelines, laid out in the policy, such as forced outing or giving teachers the right and the opportunity to misgender a student or use their incorrect pronoun, can have drastic effects on these students and can lead them to increased risk of harm, discrimination, or bullying, which they are already at risk of experiencing in school.
Now, Narissa, the original transgender policies faced some stiff opposition from both school boards as well as parents in Southwest Virginia. What would you tell them about its purpose?
About the original policies or the ones put forth by the governor?
About both, actually, the original and the current ones.
Yeah, so, the original ones that were developed in 2020 and 2021, these were developed in accordance with evidence-based best practices from a lot of organizations, community members, and key stakeholders. And these policies were created to sort of really give teachers, schools, administrators, and personnel critical tools and guidelines to create safe, affirming, and inclusive learning environments for all students in Virginia. We believe that school boards in every corner of Virginia have a unique and urgent opportunity to protect transgender and non-binary students. The policies put forth by the governor, unfortunately were not drafted in accordance with evidence-based best practices. And they really put both, students and their peers at sort of at risk of not creating safe and affirming learning environments.
Now, if this new policy does go through, do you expect to see any challenges against it?
I mean, we are all, Equality Virginia and a lot of other organizations are really looking towards, how this is going to be implemented and how this is going to be rolled out. It's ultimately going to be up to school boards across the Commonwealth to decide whether or not they're going to take up this policy and adopt it or reject it. And so we're really looking sort of through all of the legal details about what school boards can and can't do.
Yeah, now we do know some experts have said the original bill that allowing transgender students, it lacks an enforcement mechanism. What about this new policy? Do you feel like this new policy there will be any repercussions for districts that decide not to approve it?
I mean, I think that is still to be seen. There was, you are correct in saying that there was no enforcement mechanism. for the 2020 policy that was passed by the General Assembly. This policy by the governor needs to be in alignment with what the original intent of the 2020 bill was.
All right, well, Narissa Rahman, thank you so much for talking with us, Executive Director of Equity Virginia. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for having me.